Hi everybody! Welcome back to Creative Corner with Miss Megan. I'm Miss Megan, here to bring you more exciting fun STEM projects to work on, and we are going to have a lot of fun this week. So it is January, which means it's a little cold outside still. Sadly, it has not been cold enough for us to have any snow, but that's okay, because you know Miss Megan loves snowmen, so we're going to make another cool kind of snowman this week. So this is our snowman that we're going to do, and there's something special about this snowman. He can fly. Do you guys think snowmen can fly? That's kind of weird, isn't it? I think it would be really cool to see a snowman fly. How about you guys? So we're going to make our own flying snowmen this week, and I will show you how they can fly after we have made them. So in your Creative Corner kit, you will find everything you need, as usual. You are going to have 3 circles that will make up the snowman's body. There are 2 arms, 1 top hat, 2 googly eyes, and an assortment of buttons and little pom-poms that you can use to decorate your snowman, 1 plastic straw, and a piece of white yarn. All of that will be used to make your snowman. You're also going to need a pair of scissors and, as usual, some glue. So, let's get started. In order to make our snowman, first we need to glue his body together. So let's get our circles. And we'll get our trusty glue, and we'll do our usual thing. You guys know how to glue circles together by now. We're going to stack them on top of each other, just like making a snowman. I hope it gets cold enough for us to see some snow down here and to make some actual snowmen outside. But who knows, we might not get any snow this year. And that's okay, because we can make our own snowmen inside. So once you have your 3 circles glued together to form your snowman, we'll put our snowman's hat on him. Or not, if you so choose. It is your snowman, and as usual here at Creative Corner, we want to be unique and be creative, which means doing things our way. So if you don't want to put on his hat, or don't want to give him arms like I'm about to do next, or don't want to decorate with any of the materials provided for you, you don't have to. It is your snowman, and you can be unique. So we're going to glue on the arms real quick. And just like that, we have a snowman. Now he looks pretty cool, but I think he needs some things. Let's take a look. What do we think he might be missing? Let's see. He's missing his eyeballs and his nose and a smile. We can start with our trusty googly eyes. You know those are one of Miss Megan's favorite things. And we'll give him a couple of cute little eyes. And apparently I'll try to throw one. And I think that he should have a button nose. So I'm going to use one of my buttons for his nose. But then I think I'm going to draw on his mouth. And you can absolutely draw on your snowman however you would like. You can give him a mouth, you can give him a nose, you can draw on eyes, you could draw him a scarf, whatever you want to do. It is entirely up to you. Now I think he needs a couple buttons down his front too, just to make him cuter. So we're going to do that real quick. And for most of the snowman, you can probably use a glue stick, but I'm just using the Elmer's glue because it is faster and easier to use for the rest of the parts of our project. Now, I forgot to mention one thing that you will find in your bags, and that is a popsicle stick. And we are going to use that on the back. So now that we have decorated the front of our snowman, let's check him out. Isn't he cute? I'm excited. We are going to flip him over and lay him face down. Because on the back, we need to set up the back of our snowman so that we can make this snowman fly. So first we're going to take our popsicle stick and we're going to glue that down real quick. This guy, the popsicle stick, is going to give our snowman some stability so that he stands up good. Apparently I'm almost out of glue. So we're just going to glue our popsicle stick in about onto the center of the snowman's back, so that way it just has something to hold him upright. Kind of like a spine, like the bones in our back hold us upright. So now that that's down, we are going to take our straw and we're going to expand the straw and we're going to cut it in half. So you can do this or you can get an adult's help. Just snip the straw in half just like that. And it doesn't have to be exact, mine was not, but pretty close. And we're going to put pieces to either side. Now you can either glue these down, or what I'm about to do is I'm going to get some tape and tape them down because they are a little rolly. And I'm going to just tape these pieces into place on either side of where we put down our popsicle stick. The cool thing about the straw is that it makes a tunnel. Now we're going to take our yarn and we're going to slide the yarn through each of the straws. So we're going to start at the top and we're just going to thread it into one end, and then we're going to take the other end and put it through the other, so that we have a loop at the top that can let it hang. Ta-da! So this is what the back of them is going to look like. So it looks like this, looped through the top. So now I'm going to set this one aside because he's not quite dry, and I'm going to get my first one that I made to show you as an example. So what we're going to do to make him fly is you're going to need to find something that you can hook your yarn over. So I'm going to show you using this paper clip right here. We're going to hook this over, and you're going to hold it from either end all the way down at the bottom. And to make him fly, we're going to move them back and forth super fast. Look at that! It is flying snowman. He's flying through the air. How cool is that? I want to see all of you guys flying your snowmen. So go on and take pictures, take video, and put it on Facebook and let us see, because that is really cool, and I'm excited to see how you make your snowmen fly and where you make your snowmen fly. So our next project is a little bit different. It doesn't really go with any kind of snowman theme. I know a lot of my creative corners are themed, but this is just something cool that you guys can do easily at home to fill in some hours, since we can't run around and play outside quite as much as maybe we would like, what with the cooler January temperatures. So check out my paper plates up here. What have they got on them? That's right, they are hearts. Now this is a lot of fun. I always loved sewing when I was a kid. My mother taught me how to sew, and I can sew all kinds of different things, and I still sew sometimes now. And this is kind of an interesting, it's not exactly sewing, but it's close, and maybe it'll get you guys interested in learning a new skill like sewing. So what you're going to find in your kit, you're going to find a paper plate, and you're going to find a piece of string or yarn, and you're going to find a toothpick. And the other things that you're going to need for this, you're going to need a pencil, and you might need some tape. You're definitely going to need some tape. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick a design, and it can be any design that you can come up with. And you're going to take your paper plate and turn it upside down so that the curve is coming up like this. And you're going to put your design on the bottom of the paper plate. For this one, I chose a star. So once you have drawn on your design, you're going to take your toothpick and you're going to poke holes in your paper plate. I already got started on it. As you can see, I've got a hole right here. So I'm going to poke holes in the tips of the star and so every point on the star and in every intersection of the lines on my star. So it's actually pretty easy to do. Just make sure your fingers aren't in the way, and you just push the toothpick through the paper plate and it leaves a nice hole. And you might want to jiggle your toothpick up and down a little bit to make sure it's a good solid hole. So there we go. Then you'll have your whole design punched through your paper plate. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our thread to make the design pop on the back. So you're going to tape one end of your thread or your yarn on the underside of the paper plate to hold it down while we do our stuff. And then this part is where it gets a little tiny bit tricky. You might want to take the other end and wrap a piece of tape around it to hold all of those pieces of the yarn together, and also to make it nice and stiff so that you can push it through the holes. Another thing that you can do is if you or one of your adult people has a sewing needle, you can use a sewing needle for this. But since most people don't have that, we can do it the tape way as well. So then you're going to take your paper plate and you're going to push the yarn up through the holes that you made. Like this. And pull it through. And you can choose to do this however you like. I like to do mine in a pattern. I'll go directly across from whatever hole I brought it out of and go back down that way so that the lines go across, and it's kind of weaving. It's kind of a cross between weaving and sewing. People used to have to do all of their making of blankets and clothes and all kinds of things, anything fabric that you use today. Someone once had to make that kind of thing by hand, which means they took a needle and thread and did exactly this to stitch everything together. Now, it might be a little hard to get the yarn through some of the holes, and that's when you can take your toothpick and you can make the hole a little bit bigger by wiggling the toothpick around in the hole, or you can take the yarn, lay it down over the hole, and take your toothpick and use the toothpick to push the yarn through. And you guys might need some assistance with this, and that is a-okay. You know how I feel about asking for help. We can always ask for help when we need it here at Creative Corner. So you can ask your adult people for some assistance, and I'm sure that they will be happy to help you. And you can keep going, making your pattern up here on the front side of the paper plate. So I'm going to switch to another one that I've been working on. See, this one I am almost done with it. And I've gone back and forth, and now I'm just outlining it, and I'm just going to show you real quick. And you can do any pattern that you can imagine, any pattern that you can create, you can do. This is so much fun to do. And just like that, I have this really cool star. So to finish it off, it's super simple. You're just going to get another little piece of tape and tape your yarn down on the back. And you have a cool decoration for your room that you made, or you can give it to someone as a gift. Like I could give this heart-shaped one out as a Valentine present, or the star, either way. But this is just a neat way to start to learn what it's like to weave or to sew or to embroider. And I hope you guys had fun with it, and I want to see your creations and see your patterns. And we will be back with more Creative Corner with the Tyrrell County Public Library. I'm Miss Megan. I look forward to seeing all of you guys. Come get some books, come say hi. We miss everyone, and we're so excited to still be bringing you awesome programming, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.